So the Trump administration is without a doubt pushing the edge of the envelope in the most aggressive ways possible on the front of telling executive branch agencies what they can and cannot do and treading on the purview, at the very least, right up to the borderline of what has historically been allowed, and opponents would say crossing that line. But at a minimum, it is indisputable that the Trump administration is using the process of executive orders as opposed to legislation that passes bicamerally in the House and then is signed into law to flex the power of the executive branch. And that the judiciary doesn't have an army at its disposal the way the executive does, and the judiciary doesn't have the power of the purse at its disposal the way the legislative branch does. So the only thing that really gives the judiciary power is the notion of faith in the legitimacy of the checks and balances and the separation of powers. If there isn't a body that has the last say in terms of what the Constitution means, and that the executive has to comply with that, then the disadvantage that the judiciary has always had of not having that military or that purse is a disadvantage that becomes fatal to a lawful society, and lawlessness, or at least rule of law, becomes a buffet table where executive branch officials will follow it when it's convenient to do so and will ignore it when it's convenient to do so.